calendar. So, welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching the replay. I went downtown today to go see the lights.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, we did. We went down to see the lights. I was not impressed with the lights in downtown Calgary, where they have the skating rink across from City Hall. It was okay. The streets were busy, and we. I mean, I thought it was after rush hour when we went down there, but all the parking lots were still full. So a lot of people were out either for Christmas parties, going for dinners, different celebrations. So it was very busy. It was very busy. The traffic was crazy. We ended up going into Inglewood and then going for hot chocolate. I
Yes,
think,
sir.
yes, sir. That was the best. I think that was the best. Yeah. And cookies. So we went
Yes.
for hot chocolate and cookies. That was the best part. Uh, Thoroughly enjoyed just to get out of the house in the evening. And it's amazing. I know it gets dark like this every year. Like we know it gets dark, but it just always felt later. So I did do a little short video. It's up on YouTube. Not impressed with myself. I forgot my selfie stick. I forgot um my mic, everything. So it was like so it wasn't the best. So coming on tonight to let you know that Santa had a little bit too much to drink, and in the email that I did send out, that all my readings were $50, and so for day one, it's like I just went go big or go home kind of thing. So I put the readings at $50, and that will end at midnight tonight. Will I have it again? I don't know. You just have to watch. You have to pay attention. I put the link up for the journal on my Facebook, so you should be able to download the prompt journal for free, and it's on my Facebook page. So you can go there and download it. You should be able. It should work. I hope it works. If not, let me know, and I'll just send it straight to your inbox. So we have that, and I think people are scared to for the 2023 for looking into 2024. So we'll see how that goes. We are going to be doing a vision board in January. So if you're interested in doing and working on a vision board, so I will be hosting that, and I'll be in online uh, for people to join. So no matter where you are, you can join, and you can stay in your jammies all day, and we can work on your vision board. And the way I do a vision board is a lot different. We're not just putting pictures on a board. We are going through the life workbook, and you do receive the life workbook when you do the vision board, which is really cool. I think it's cool. Anyways, I think everything's cool. Yeah, yeah. I'm tired today. It's been it's been a long day, and just feeling a little bit like whew, a little drained today. So, but I want to what I want to do is I want to do a reading for this week, and for the first week of December. So, I pulled out, I don't know, the fairies are coming up. Maybe that's why I'm so tired, because there's a lot of, you know, fairy activity. So I got my fairy ones. And I took out this deck as well. So let's do a reading for this week and see. We're telling the followers that you've started alive. Yeah. So let me go on my Facebook and let people know I am live on YouTube and Instagram. see. Doesn't look like I'm going live. Just I think I can. No, I can't create a post from here for there. But just letting people know I'm live. The only place I could get it up on is Facebook to let people know that I'm live. Let's see. I'm streaming. I'm there. I'm streaming. I wonder if people are getting my notifications. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It's kind of discouraging because I don't know if people get notifications or if they push the notification to get the notification. Sometimes you have to go back in and push it and to subscribe. So it's important to do those things, but I don't see. Maybe if I go into here. Okay, yeah, it shows that I am live. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, does show that I am live right now. So, well, all right. We'll continue on. So, anyways, let's do a reading for this week. So we're pulling out the wisdom cards. Now, a lot of people, what they've done for the readings, they buy multiple readings. So they'll buy maybe a package of 2 or a package of 3 or a package of 4. And then what they do is they spread them out throughout the year, which is a fabulous idea to do. So if you like to get readings from me, $50 is pretty cheap. Hey, Declan. Hi. So that sale for Advent for day 1 ends at midnight. So, and as I say, I had a few people, and I also do this to, of course, for the business, but also really want to bring in new people. And even if you haven't had a reading before, to get a reading for $50 is actually pretty good. And I have a good rep. at least is what I've been told. So my reputation for doing readings is good. And also telling your friends. So if you have friends that are wanting to get a reading, this is a fabulous time to get a reading. And I've been on here and posting all day, letting people know that Santa Claus got drunk today. He had a little bit too much beer, and he opened up another door in the Advent calendar. And lo and behold, behind it was readings for $50. So you never know what drunk Santa is going to do. Just saying. Drunk Santa can do, quite a few crazy things. So let's pull out a couple cards. What I'm going to do is for each of the deck, I'm going to pull out 3 cards. So, and we're going to do from today, which is Friday, to next Thursday. So we'll do it that way. So I'll pull out 3 cards for the beginning, the middle, and the end of next week. And as I say, I'm using the Avalon cards. So the beginning of the week, we have a resurrection. We have the Phoenix card. So the resurrection's coming in. And then we have the Eye of the Beauty, sort of the middle of the week. Sitting in a bad spot because I got a reflection from my lights. And then Resting Tree near the end of the week. Can see that one. So let's pull out. Oh man, fairy cards are just pop. Fairy cards are just flying out. I haven't even, you know what? I haven't even shuffled these ones yet, and they're just feels like they're vibrating. I feel like it's just like, ugh, totally vibrating. Totally different feel between these fairy cards and the wisdom cards. Like the wisdom cards, there's a real deep, heavy feeling with them. These fairy cards are just like, oh no, we're going out, we're coming out to play. We're coming out to play. So there we go. Let's pull out 3 cards for this one. 2 and 3. Okay. So with that, so right now, so as we're going through the weekend and we're heading into the weekend, we get the resurrection, surrender to change, and self-reliance. So we have the self-reliance card right there. See that? Self-reliance. And then we get the Phoenix card. So this weekend is really a time, yeah, to surrender to change and to rely on yourself, to really know that within the changes that are happening throughout this weekend, that even though it's going to be feeling a little bit warped and out of sorts, there's this part of ourselves that we really have to trust in the guidance, and as we trust in the guidance, we will rise above the problem. I love that, rising above the problem, and we'll rise above because it's the positive expectation of clarity. You know, I don't know about you guys, but when I use 2 different decks and they basically come in and tell you the same thing, but in a different way, but the meanings are the same. So I could take 2 different decks and do like how I'm doing now, and like you look at it, it's like, oh, the eyes of the beauty, and oh, positive expect, and then you get rise above the problem. Yeah, because you're receiving clarity. You're getting the clarity so you can rise up. You're getting that feeling because you're doing your self-reliance. You know that there's going to be a change because the phoenix is rising. That means something has dispersed. There's something in your life that is disappearing, that is no longer there, that has it doesn't have form anymore. It doesn't need to be a part of your life anymore. So you need to rise above, and with that, and within your own selves, you're going to find that that movement is going to help you. So this week is really a big week coming into the transformations. So we're having the build up to a new moon. So this week is the new moon. We have Neptune that's going to be going direct. So a lot, and I love it when Neptune goes direct because it's like all of a sudden where it feels like the tide has been out for so long that we're seeking something. We're trying to look for something, and all the little tide pools are all basically dried up. So we are wanting to get a fresh start. We are wanting to have that renewal. The thing is, it does have Saturn there. So I feel that this time with Neptune going forward, there's going to, I keep on getting a tidal wave. So some kind of tidal wave is going to come in and really wash things out. So we really have to trust in ourselves and our light in order for us to go through. And by the end of the week, we got to look for the kindness not only for ourselves but the kindness in others, right? And that's going to be so important, because if we're not being kind to ourselves, we're going to find other people aren't being kind. So that's where you have to come into. And I love this card. This card is so beautifully done. Hey, and it's the resurrection. It is the not the resurrection, it's the resting tree, and it is a beautiful one. It's just beautiful. And it has where she's sleeping under a tree. She has the candles are lit, she's sleeping under a tree. It feels very, very peaceful. The stillness is there. And that's part, same with, with the kindness. I mean, she's sitting there with the bunny, and there's a little Sprite down there. Having that kindness for ourselves, because this week is going to be a week of bringing in those transformations, bringing in those changes. The thing I real you know, when I was downtown, it didn't yeah, there were a lot of people, you know, but it just didn't have that holly jolly feeling, right? Like I watch a lot of YouTube on, England and the different markets that are happening over there. And maybe because it's, TV, and maybe, with the lighting and everything, it just looked so much brighter. But the lighting downtown and everything, it was very lame. I think they could have done a lot better than what they did. So this is where I feel like, we are going to have to find our joy. We're going to have to really search for that joy as we're heading into the season, and as we're heading into this transformational change in December, that we really have to come into our joy, come into that place that we can find that kindness, to find that love, and we have to create it. It's where, you can go downtown and you're looking for something. Like, even the whole Renfrew didn't even have their windows. Their windows were like, I mean, I used to love going downtown and looking at the windows of all the different merchants and stuff, because it was like they were done up so beautifully and they were so inspirational. This was like, oh my god, what are you, like, a Walmart? you know that's how I thought it looked. I don't care if you sell top brand names, you just didn't look like you were a top brand, department store. So this is where I feel like, when I'm looking at these cards and the energies for this week, it is really for us to have that part of ourselves to really look into our own truth of how we want to rise up, how we, each individual person wants to have for their celebration. And community, and coming together as community. Like, in December, we're in December, but on December 23rd, I'm having a potluck here, and it's the Yule's, having a Yuletide celebration. I want to bring that together. I want to bring the community together. My house isn't big. Like, really, my apartment is very small. We live in a one bedroom lower suite. It's cute, but it's not very big. I can't even put up a tree. I probably could if I moved some stuff around, but the tree would probably take up a lot of room in our place. But this is part of, how do you want to, you don't need the tree. You can add your own flair of how you want to do it. That's the resurrection. That's surrender to the change that is happening. And that's what we have to do. We have to surrender to the changes that are going to be happening, this week. And how, you know, as the sun is going through, and Sagittarius, and uh Mercury is in Capricorn, and we'll get a little bit more clarity as it's in Capricorn, but then it's going to be going retrograde. So, and Jupiter is just, it just feels deflated. Just because he's, yeah, he wants to give you the oomph, but it's just not there right now, because he's in Sag. I mean, he's retrograde in Taurus, so he can't just give you that push, because he's feeling he's feeling a little bit deflated through this all. So we're going to be rising. We're going to be rising like the phoenix. So we have a phoenix and we have rise above the problem. So we are rising above, and that's what we're going to be doing this week. We're going to be rising, and as we are rising, we're going to, by the end of the next week, we're going to be needing a timeout. We're going to be needing some rest and allow ourselves just to recoup and taking that time out. And it's funny because doing readings this week, the Four of Swords kept coming in, even during my readings um, online here. And it's about the pause and taking that pause and taking that moment. And as we take the moment, as we take those pauses, we can really look and say, hey, you know what, we are moving into a positive direction. We are creating something new within our lives. And that movement is really allowing us to create something new and beautiful within ourselves, and getting clarity on it all. Clarity is huge. Sometimes we feel like we're in a fog, and we'll see that. We're going to be witnessing a lot of people feeling like they're in a fog, and they really want to have the answers, and they want it to have it a certain way, and they don't want to let go. They want to keep they want to keep it the way they want to keep it, right? So the thing is, it says here, the challenge with the eyes of the beauty are a sign that self-centered fear expressed through harsh judgment is behind your current circumstances. Are you seeing only the flaws in the circumstances or in other people? Are you looking at what is wrong instead of what could be right? Release your expectations and demands, and be with your expectations and demands, and be in the truth of the way things are. So being in the truth, so surrender to the change. Surrender to the change. Allow yourself to come into that of who you are, and rise above it. Because when you rise above it, you truly perceptions is everything. A glass half empty is the same as a glass half full, yet different. You perceive it differently. So we're coming into that. We have to look at the world, we have to look at each other in a different way, and allow ourselves to do it without judgment. To do it without judgment. And that's a big one. Because we are judgy. We judge everything. We judge ourselves, we judge the people, we judge everything. That's just human nature. It's just the way that we are. But we have to be aware of it. And as we're being aware of it, we can create the change that we want and come into kindness. So, which is very important. Whew. So there you guys go. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous evening this Friday. I'm going to kick back. I don't know where Mateus went. Um, he's here again. he's here all the time. We love it. So I don't know where he went. Anyways, we were supposed to watch a Christmas movie together, but he probably went over by Papa because Papa let him watch something that he shouldn't be watching. Like, just off the topic, one time I came home and my kids were just terrified. Like they were like, I'm like, what were you watching? What was going on? I was working late, and I came home and they're like, Dad, let us watch Chucky. They don't watch Chucky at the age of 5 and 4. My daughter just yeah, she was terrified after that. And then he, another time he was letting like, "Well, what's wrong with watching Jaws?" Well, yeah. Not when they're 3 and 4. So, I'd come home and they'd be watching all these movies that were they shouldn't have been watching, just saying. They just should not have been watching those movies, but, and I think he even had Mateus there sitting there one day, and they were watching, "And what are you watching?" "Oh, Papa put on this show." I'm like, "What is it?" "Lethal Weapon." I know it's Lethal Weapon, we know what Lethal Weapon is, but because my husband loves Lethal Weapon, they're sitting there watching Lethal Weapon together. I'm just like, I don't think this is, yeah, but age appropriate, I guess. But he didn't see anything wrong with it. So, so far so good. He's still a good kid. But that's the thing, uh, you come home and you find out your kids are watching something but it's because their dad let them watch it, so which is even funnier. So I know it's such a dad thing to do, isn't it? It is clearly a dad thing to do. So, but anyways, so at midnight, my $50 sale for readings will end. Tomorrow will be a new day for day 2 of the Advent calendar. So stay tuned. If you are wanting the prompt journal, it is on my Facebook page, the Mary June Tracy Steve Facebook page. It's on there. So you should be able to click it, download it, and you'll get the journal prompt. I think there's 118 prompts to write in your journal. So, and that's a free download for people. Yeah. So, anyways, I want you guys to have a great night. Have a wonderful one. And remember that we are going to rise above and that this weekend is going to be a transformational weekend for us all. So, yeah, have a good one. And I'm not going to get into any of the politics because I was just listening to some of the stuff that's going on. Crazy. So love you all. Thank you all for it. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you and all you say and all you be and all you do. Have a good night. Enjoy your evening, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.